A very common question that I get when I'm working with people for professional video is whether or not they will have the chance to edit and revise the videos that I create for them. And of course, I say yes. That's essential. If I got something wrong, I'm not going to say, no, you only had one round of revision, no revisions. Then they're not going to use the video and they're never going to want to come back to me. So revisions are always offered. But what has surprised me is most of the time with corporate and professional videos, the only notes that I get back are just about the titles, the text. Someone will have an interview and they won't have a single thing to say about their entire performance, but make sure that the title and name are right. That makes sense to me. But it also illustrates to me that many people just don't know how to critique video. They just look, and if it seems like it's good enough quality, then okay, fine, it is. And bless you if that's how you want to do it, because you're hiring me to provide quality video, and it's not really your responsibility to make sure I'm doing my job. So I wanted to do a video about what to look for in a quality video, how to critique video to see whether or not it's really doing for you what you expect it to do. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Bruner of Brogan Video. The very first thing that you want to look for when you're watching a video is clarity. Clarity of subject. That means, what is the video even about? Have you ever seen a YouTube video where someone says that they want to talk about a certain subject and then they just kind of start talking about their feelings and you don't even know what they're talking about anymore? That's a big fail. You want them to know, we're talking about this, these are the points we're going to go over, and then you wrap it up. Consider it like an essay. It's much better that way. And if you can do things like include titles to show that certain bullet points are being hit, show a table of contents, all the better. Be clear, very clear in what you're talking about, what point you're trying to make. Are you trying to educate or are you trying to prove a point? Whatever it is, just be clear. And exactly along those lines, clarity of voice. If people are straining to try to understand you, then you failed. You don't want people to really have to push in order to appreciate your videos. So take the time to find a quiet place, do whatever you have to do, and script everything out so that the video is clear. No. So when you're watching a video, ask yourself, do you know exactly what that video is about and the point it's trying to make? And can you easily understand everyone in the video? There's no problem with having a little background music or anything, but are they leveled? Are they equalized in such a way so that anything that's meant to be ambient stays ambient? And anything that's meant to be clear is very clear. Most videos are complex. They're not a single idea, a single thought spoken directly to the camera and then the camera turns off. Most of the time there are many people, many locations, be real, many thoughts and ideas all crammed together. That's why it's so important in a video to make sure that when you're transitioning from one topic or thought to the next, that it's very smooth. So when you're watching a video that is complex, that deals with multiple speakers, multiple ideas, make sure that when you're watching it, you can easily follow this idea leads to this one. And if the video can visually or narratively just lead you through the whole process of why they switch to different topics, how they relate to each other, then they're doing their job. But if you see a video that goes from topic A, then to topic B, which is just a smash cut, and just, okay, now we're talking about topic B. And now we're talking to topic C, and back to topic A. That's a failure. If the video makers don't make it easy for you to watch and to follow the thought process of the video, then they failed. I find that tone is one of the best ways to judge video. If you're watching a video, say, about sports, and every now and then they cut to some fans who just throw their arms up in the air and, woo, go local team! Well, I'll bet you the rest of that video is going to be people who are just as amped up. Even if they have a microphone in their hand and they're dressed in a nice suit, they'll still be, wow, we're having a great time here. So they can easily cut over to the fanatic fans and the tone still feels totally appropriate. That's why if you're doing a video, that's why if you watch a video, say, about a memorial, everyone usually has the same tone. Even if they're being sad or if they're trying to be funny, they still kind of keep it a little low key. Videos should largely have a consistent tone. Now, there's plenty of places and plenty of times where you want things to go a little crazy. An educational video might have a happy and exciting time just to make the kids a little excited. But for the most part, you should easily be able to follow where the tone is going, and it should be put together almost like music. So if a video is jumping around in its tone, it's making you feel this way, it's making you feel that way, it's loud, it's quiet, then I don't think it's doing a very good job. One of the most obvious things that you can look for when you're watching a video and critiquing it is a confident performance. I don't even mean a very good performance, a very convincing performance, or a particularly entertaining performance. Just a confident one. After all, many videos are purely informational. Many videos are about very simple subjects. But that doesn't mean that the person talking to you and taking up your time shouldn't have the demeanor of someone who knows what they're talking about and is happy to share their knowledge. However the video is, the only way that that should be excused is if it's a video trying to be raw. Say a testimonial where someone is clearly a little uncomfortable on camera, but they're really sharing their heart. That is completely great. But other than that, the performance needs to be confident, it needs to be clear, and it needs to make the audience very clearly understand the point. There are some things that people have asked me whether or not they are horrible ideas for a professional video. Things that should just get laughed right out, such as if you're reading the script. No, it absolutely isn't. If you're watching a video with someone reading a script or a teleprompter or the camera is a little shaky or something like that, I don't think it's that big a deal. Little distractions are fine. If you're filming, if you're watching a video of someone talking on the street and there's people in the background walking around, if they're not actively catching your attention and holding it, then it's not a problem. If those same people are coming out making faces and photobombing, then they probably should have edited that. And at the same time, let's say I'm reading from a script and I'm making my points to the camera, but you can clearly see that I'm reading from a script. I don't think that that's so distracting, as long as the presentation still comes across clearly and confidently. So distractions are good. I think quite good. It's much better to have a little bit of an active environment and an active soundtrack rather than have it all be bare. Just make sure that the video you're watching, the video you're critiquing, has the right amount of distractions that don't subtract from the overall message. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. I'm Michael Bruner of Brogan Video. Remember, at its best, video is a tool for genuine communication between people, as it should be. So, get out there and share your heart.